Well, welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to the latest in my series of videos about how to pass an advanced bike test, and the latest in my videos in my mini-series within that series about cornering. And in this video I'm going to look at a really important and often overlooked aspect of cornering, and that is use of the throttle. So let's think about what we're looking to achieve through a corner. We want a nice balanced bike where the weight is evenly distributed, and actually that the weight's transferring rearwards. A lot of people think that you need the weight on the front wheel to get an accurate steering response, but if you go into a corner off the throttle with the weight over the front wheel, you're going to introduce some instability there. The back wheel doesn't know where it wants to go, and if the rear is unweighted, and we said this under braking, it's very easy to almost lift all the weight off that rear wheel. If you go into a corner with the weight on the front wheel, the risk is that that rear wheel doesn't quite know where it wants to go, and that manifests itself most often with like a sort of 50p steering. Imagine the side of a 50p, and what you'll get, if we do it in this left-hander here, is people will tip the bike in and then stand it up a bit, and then tip it in and stand it up, and have 2 or 3 goes at the corner. And it looks unbalanced, and it doesn't look, and it can't feel very nice when you're doing that. So to counter that tendency of the bike to sort of wander a bit, what we want to do is have some positive acceleration right from the start of the corner. We want to stabilise the bike in the corner. We do that by transferring weight rearwards, giving some certainty to that rear wheel, and we do that by squeezing the gas and rolling on a little bit of gas. It doesn't need to be a huge fistful of acceleration, but the bike is so much more stable and smooth if you've got a little bit of positive acceleration. We're transferring weight rearwards, we're pushing the rear tyre into the road, and then we're showing that rear tyre where we want to go. We're helping it to follow the front wheel. So it sounds like a very basic, simple principle, this, but for a lot of people, either if you're new to motorcycle or you're returning to it after a while, it feels a bit alien. You think, oh cracker, there's a corner, I need to be slowing down through the corner. Well actually no, if we're applying the system correctly, we're going to go information, position, speed, gear, everything before we get to the corner. So we're bringing that speed phase back, we're slowing down a bit earlier, and we're doing everything to allow you then to get to the corner, have nothing else to do then other than tip the bike in and wind a little bit of gas on, or a bit more gas if it's appropriate, if it's that kind of corner. Now believe me, we've talked a lot about cornering in this little series, haven't we? But believe me, this application of gas can be transformational to your riding. It can make a real difference to how settled and how balanced the bike will feel in a corner. But like I say, you've got to put yourself in a position where you can use the gas, and you can only do that by having that systematic approach. By getting everything right on approach, it'll then leave you time to tip the bike in and roll on the gas. I've said before, you know, one of the things I'm looking for, or not looking for, from candidates on test is for the brake lights still to be on when the bike is tipping into the corner. If the brake lights are still on, then your speed phase is late, your application of the speed phase is late. And of course, if the brakes are still on, the weight's going forward on the bike, and I can see that if your brake light's still on when the bike rolls into a corner, your system's late and you're not on the gas. So let's put that into practice. The start of the Hartside Pass here. I'll wait till we get into the national speed limit bit, and I'll show you just how stable the bike feels and just how smooth we can be with the bike by applying the right amount of gas from the start of the corner. And it is from the start of the corner. Now the first application of gas is to keep the speed where it is. Now you do need a bit of positive gas just to maintain speed into a corner. There's a couple of reasons for that. The first is your bike, a car, anything relies on friction between the tyres and the road surface to steer around the corner. So if you steer and you don't do anything with the gas, the bike will slow down purely because of that extra friction that you're creating that's making the bike steer around the corner. The other thing is, and this is unique to bikes, think about the profile of the back tyre. I'll put a picture of the back tyre on there. It's got a curved profile, and what that means is that when you lean the bike into a corner, and the more you lean, the more this takes effect. If you lean the bike into a corner, the part of the tyre that's in contact with the road moves further around the tyre, and the further you move from the centre of the tyre, the further you move that contact patch away from the centre of the tyre, the smaller the diameter of the wheel is. The smaller the diameter of the tyre is. So effectively, the more you lean a bike into a corner, the smaller the wheels are getting. And that affects the gearing. So you may even hear the engine revs go up as you lean the bike into the corner, but the bike might just be slowing down a little bit because you're actually leaning it over, and it's that reduction in gearing on the rear wheel. It's like changing down by about, oh, I don't know, 1/8 of a gear. It's just a little change down. First turn into that corner is with a little bit of positive gas on, just to maintain the speed that you've got. And then as you get further into the corner and the limit point starts moving away, then you can start winding the gas on and accelerating the bike through and out of the corner. Now, if you're not doing this already and you go out and try this tomorrow, let me know how it feels, because, you know, when I started doing this, it was transformational. It makes the bike feel just under you. It makes it feel absolutely just accurate and where you want it to be. All that accuracy comes back to you. But it's just having the nerve to overcome that fear of tipping the bike into the corner with a little bit of positive gas on. And if you've got your speed assessment correct, like we did in the last video, then that won't be a problem. That'll be easy enough. So for this corner here, just roll a little bit of gas on as we turn in, and it feels so stable. Here, position, speed, down a couple of gears, roll it on with the gas. For this one, down one more gear, roll it in with the gas, just to maintain speed, in towards the near side. Up a gear, just keeping a little bit of positive gas on there, looking up in the distance. Position on approach, gas, off the gas, rolling it back on again, just a little bit. Now we can take a bit off the offside there. And then in towards the near side for this right-hander. Fourth gear is fine. Rolling gently on the gas. Rolling on again to keep the bike stable. Off the gas there. Rolling it back on again. Can't cross this white line. Thinking about the possibility of an overtake on this car. There it is. So off the right-hander. A little bit of gas to keep it stable. Couple of cyclists coming towards us here. I'm rolling off the gas. I don't know if that car's going to slow down. Oh, he is doing. So the sign warning us here, double bends. I can see the left-hander. Can't go extreme with the position. Out towards the centre line, little bit of brakes. Down one gear, roll it in with a bit of gas. Gas is on now. All the way around, and then positive gas as we come out of the corner. So there, hopefully you can see there what a difference that application of gas makes in the corners. It keeps the bike stable. You should be able to see that my steering is smooth and accurate. I'm placing the bike exactly where I want to go, and my head is constantly up, looking for the next corner, seeking out where I need to be for the next bend. Let's have a look at the view off the top of Hartside before we drop down the other side. Should be nice today. You usually get all the Lake District fells. There they are. A little bit of positive gas there. I'm looking through the bend rather than at the view. Nice, isn't it? So what are the organisations looking for? What are the police, IAM, Road Smart, ROSPA, what are they looking for on test from a candidate at the end of an advanced bike test, at the end of an advanced bike course I should say? Well, that use of the gas, it links in with everything else I've been talking about with cornering. You know, in the last video I looked at steering, and actually application of gas is a very, very important aspect of good accurate steering, so we've got to link that in. If I see somebody 50 pence in it round a corner, it's a good indication that they haven't got the gas application correct through a corner, that the bike isn't as stable as it should be. On the other hand, if I see system being applied well, little bit of movement of the body weight on the approach to corners, it's going to be an indicator to me that somebody's got it right. So I am Road Smart and ROSPA. If you want to pass, or you want a silver bronze sort of level of pass at Rosper. Well, you know, we don't want too much 50p in round corners. We want to see that you've got an understanding. A little bit of positive application of gas really helps. If you want a gold at Rosper or a first at IM Road Smart, well, it's again, consistency is the key. I can say this every time. Consistency is the key. The more consistent you can be, the more the chances of getting a good pass will be. So remember, it's not all about speed on these courses. A little bit more with the police, but not with the civilian organisations. More about accuracy, smoothness, precision, and good application of system. Doing a police course, yeah, speeds are higher. It doesn't mean we want to see you absolutely winding it round in the corner. We've got to keep it balanced. Your examiners will be looking for, you know, a good application of gas to keep the bike stable through the corners, and you've got plenty of time to practice that. Talk to your instructors, get the guidance. So that's it for this video. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you got something out of it. Hope you've enjoyed this little run up over Hartside and North Pennines up towards Hexham. A lovely day for it. Look at that view of the Lake District over there. Thanks for joining me. You got any questions? Stick them in the comments below. Might not do it straight away, but I'll try and answer most questions. Don't be picky though. If you're one of those people that go at 13 minutes and 47 seconds, you are a foot out of position on that left-hander. I'll not be replying to you. But any reasonable questions will be answered, of course they will. Go have a look at the website, reglocal.com. Loads more information there about advanced and performance driving and riding. And give us a follow on Twitter as well, at reglocal. But for now, thanks very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Twist my way back down towards Penrith, and we'll see you next time.